Okay, here we are. Episode 5. So we've gained 5 new gang members if we count Pontiac. And the entire arc has lost 5 through deaths. Now, we didn't figure out how they died. We didn't determine that one. And you guys do have leeway as to decide that. This game allows it. So there's 2 of Ascarshan Sentinels of the Apocalypse. Now that's an interesting one to figure out how they died. We had 2 from them and 2 from Maximon. Where was the 5th one? Did I record that? Oh, 3 from Maximon.
Maximon.
He lost
Yeah,
3.
Maximon was.
Yeah, that's right. So, Maximon's lot could easily have been out on expedition in the zone. But
we know we've started construction on a bridge, right?
Ah, yes.
It could have literally just been a bridge, like we were starting building and there was a collapse, and it just got like 5 people all at once.
Okay, that works for me.
They just all fell into the river and river sharks got them or something.
Okay. So, before you get into the activity, so it was visiting Julia, Vinny. Do you usually go at night or evening time?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Very dark outside when I head that way.
Yes, and it just adds to the character of Vinny, who
Creeping around.
almost a vampire in post-apocalyptic world. And that's another NPC's. I think I need to get her statted out, Julia and Token, because she's got a recurring role. All right, I'll deal with that for next time. So she, if you recall, she lives in a shipping crate, like the big ones you see on cargo ships, and that's what she's converted into her quarter. So it's not part of the main building, but it's near it. And I've imagined it as like, it's not by like a main entrance. It's kind of like around the corner, which is kind of perhaps why you started picking on her, because you had an easy access. So, you approach, and she is a dog handler, so you can hear her talking to her dog. And she's got a new litter of mutts, because this is why you have leverage over, because you caught her stealing grub to feed her mutts. And so she's busy talking to them. Can't quite make it out, but she treats them as humans, or shall I say mutants. But she's got her door partially open, and a dim light leaks out onto the tarmac. And you hear
We're just like standing in the door.
her back
Hello,
is to
Julia.
you. She was just bending down to give some food to one, and you just see her freeze. And you hear an exhale of breath. She slowly stands back up. She drops the food and slowly stands back up. And the dog she was
I hope
giving
you're
it to.
doing well.
What do you want, Vinny? Her back is still to you. Have you
Just
tormented me
can't
enough?
stop by to see you.
Yeah, you'd never just want to see me. You always want something. And with that, she turns around.
Julia, I'd hoped you had a better understanding of me. I always thought you were less biased than all the other fools around here. Just sit down. Start petting
Biased?
one of her dogs.
You put me in jeopardy. Do you know how easy it is for me to get caught? And if I get caught, Maximon will cut my
Please.
hand off. Or banish
Put
me from the
yourself
Ark.
in jeopardy.
It's just
Yeah,
a
I
little
would never let
food.
that happen.
I've got dogs to feed. What was I to do?
I understand. They mean a lot to you. You mean a lot to me. We're in this together. Pixmon obviously does not respect your needs and those of these nuts here. He wishes to use them in his dog fights, and I'm stuck in the middle. I get it.
And you've just come here to visit.
Well,
Somehow I don't
partially.
quite believe that.
We just haven't been spending much time together lately, and I just want to hear about you. How are things going?
I don't know what you did to me the last time. I saw you going in for one of your kisses. And the next thing I know, I'm just a mess on the floor. Exhausted and just depressed for some reason. What is it that you do that leaves me so depressed?
We're all cursed in our own way. I truly apologize for whatever inconvenience I may have brought upon you. As I said, we're in this together. You and me. It's against the world. Or at least us against Maximon. He hasn't, seemed suspicious of anything lately, has he?
No, I'm careful.
That's
Not
good.
yet, anyway.
I want to keep it that way as well. Believe me, the last thing I want to do is accidentally let something slip.
Well, that's one thing we can agree on.
I would truly hate. I'll just like start petting her dog like a little rougher, like kind of digging my nails into him. I would really hate for anything to happen to one of these adorable little things you have here.
You leave my dogs alone. What you do to me is one thing, but you leave my dogs alone.
I see how much you misunderstand me. I would never want to hurt one of these beautiful animals. But, well, the Pontiacs have grown. And, gosh, there's just a lot of mouths to feed nowadays. Have you noticed?
I see you guys rising up in the ranks. People talk. You guys are...
Do they? What are they saying?
Well, They're scared, really, of these mechanicals you've brought in. And your gang is growing, and there's maybe jealousy, too. Loud wagons, my God. The whole Ark thought Hellriders were raiding us.
Ignorant fears of backwards fools, and I'll stand up and like get a little angry. We bring salvation to the Ark. What does Maximon offer? What does Maximon offer you?
Stability. We have an Ark. He did discover this place. He led us here. Well, some of us were already here, I guess.
At his first opportunity, attempts to seize power. The Elder, sick, goes away, and lo and behold, mighty Maximon is there to pick up the pieces.
And is it really so bad? Really? We are fed, we have water, we have relative safety here on this island.
While groups are divided, Ascarshan and his cult, Arlo and her obsession with defense, Maximon has done nothing but split the Ark, trying to grab power for himself. The biggest group of followers and think that makes of the crap.
You got quiet there.
Listen, Julia, I don't expect you want to join us. I know you're in your ways here. Maximon does not appreciate you or your pets the way that I do. You and we have a bond. We have something powerful between us. Like, move close to her.
She tenses up and slightly pulls away. Almost like, the creepy guy picking on trying to pick up a woman at a party. No more. Vinny, no more. No. Not another kiss. No.
Shh. Don't worry. I am not weekend. I just came. I've come for something else. It's time.
I knew it.
It's time that Maximon. Well, his ego needs a little bit of deflating. Next time you siphon more than you're supposed to, these things, like, not really kick one of the dogs, but kind of like push it away from you with my foot. Going to steal a little bit extra. Don't worry, it will never come back on you. Not through my lips, unless... well.
And, so remember, we made this roll last time and it failed.
Yeah.
So...
pushing her a little too far, probably.
Yeah, but it's such a compelling manipulation, man. And she has been kind of tensed up and just kind of almost frozen there, just anticipating this, and just snaps. She jumps away from you, and her dogs kind of rile up. Well, most of them are babies. Well, not babies, but really young pups. She has the one who's by her side. No more. Not tonight, Vinny. Not tonight. You asked too much of me, and I need to lay low from it for a while. They've been doing an inventory count. Go away, leave me alone.
Real quick, mechanically, what's the difference between confusion and doubt?
Confusion is a wits damage, and doubt is an empathy damage. Yeah, if I double check that.
When she stands up to me, I'll lose my temper a little, and I will use my mind terror ability to inflict doubt on her. Basic mechanic is torment your target with scary visions, basically. So
Yeah.
it's like kind of get this like Frodo, or excuse me, not Frodo, but Bilbo reaching for the ring and getting the crazy golem face.
Yeah.
They just like lose it for a second and kind of shriek at her, and my face distorts, and she suddenly just gets this horrible vision of like probably her bugs not experiencing some great things. I go.
And then
This is only part of the power that I possess, Julian. This is only these are the nicer things that could happen to your pets here if you don't do what I ask in the future. I guess I have to roll real quick.
What is that roll? Yeah, we didn't actually do this part, and you did do your life leech. Where are you at, Vinny? There it is. Oh, the parasite. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Oh my god! But you don't have to roll for a misfire. You have to roll first just a d6.
Oh, that's just a flat d6 first. Oh,
yeah, and if you get a hazard, then you roll on that one, on the misfire. But I'm kind of hoping that you do. Aw, damn. One die off. I love this mechanic in this game. What's gonna happen? But you are successful. So, I know at the last session, you spent the mutation points for your parasite. But this was a new one, so go ahead and drop your mutation points down one. All right. And so she cowers away in fear, and it's at that point that you went and drained some empathy from her. How many? I don't remember how many points you spent. I think you're probably up to maximum yet last session. And
I'm actually. It doesn't actually. Oh, it.
You drained as many points as mutation points as you spent. I don't recall what you spent last week.
Yeah, I just did one.
Okay. Well, so you've left her terrified, and then drained her empathy down by 1. So it leaves her kind of doubtful. Is it empathy? That's what we wrote down anyway that you were going to do.
I'm doing doubt, not confusion. See, I give her this just horrific vision of her dogs, not great things happening to her dogs, and then I just stop. And I become kind of stoic again and say, I understand. If Maximon is on alert and doing inventory, we can't risk anything happening to you or being found out for the sake of these adorable little creatures here. And I'll go scratch one behind the ears.
She's kind of cowering behind her, the main dog. Just kind of in a state. Leave me alone, Finny. Just go away.
Julia. I wish I could. And then I'll just like slip out the back.
And you don't detect any of the light leaking out of her door. You know, if somebody's moving about, you kind of see shadows coming up. You don't see any of that. You can tell she's still just frozen in place as to where she is. Yeah, doubt is a lack of confidence, distrust, disappointment, and sadness. That's how that comes out. Okay. Before I forget any further, Orson, Vinny, and I'll do it for McKellen. And I need to do it for all the Kodiaks as well. Gain as many mutation points as you have mutations, but no more than 10. I'll leave out the 4 new recruits. I won't do it for them. Charlie's racking them up. He's got 5. While I'm doing this, what are the rest of you doing?
Well, this is all at nighttime, right?
It is. I think you said you were sleeping or chilling out, something like that.
Yeah, I'm probably hanging out in my little cave and, you know, alternating between napping and just hanging out.
Trace?
Might help if I unmuted myself.
Yeah, I was about to tell you that you were.
I'd be sitting in the cockpit of the plane with Katinka, discussing things and showing her my little space. No real need for us to sleep.
No. Okay, I've done all the Kodiaks. Vinny, after your little encounter, what do you do?
Probably go to sleep.
Do you sleep in the same room as Orson? I can't remember. Or next the room next to it or something. I can't remember what you'd said. You joked about it, that you'd curl up with a big bear.
Yeah. We just cuddle all night. I'd probably be like near him. You're in the elevated thing though, aren't you, Orson? You're
Yeah,
like up
it's basically like just a storage container that gets raised up on a lift and is attached to one of the doors of the plane. So it's a scissor lift with a big box on top of it that I've turned into a cave for myself.
Like a catering truck, huh?
Yeah, it is. It's the catering truck. That's exactly what it is.
But it's permanently, like, for lack of a better word, docked to the plane. So it's kind of like another room with a plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got the little walk. Yeah, I mean, I can fold up the walkway if I want to, if I don't want people coming over. But in general, it's just down all the time and usually, almost constantly raised up, except for the rare occasions when I want to lower it down to like load something new into it or something.
Okay.
Because I've actually got like a little ladder or something that I use to climb up to it, rather than trying to squeeze my way through the plane. Excuse me. Pardon.
I'd imagine we've probably removed most of the seats and things.
Yeah. Well, actually, I mean, I've got that floor plan of the plane up there. It's it's not laid out like a typical plane. It's got like little seating areas and stuff in it.
Is it on this one or is it on the? I deleted everything
think-
from the
I
chat
think-
of the other server.
It's probably, I think it might be on the old server. It might have been on the old server.
Yeah, at some point actually, I want to, because we're anxious
I
to
can look for it.
get this. No, I deleted everything, dude. When I left, I left no trace. But we can get them again.
I can look it up again too. I just gotta remember what the type of Airbus it is. It's an Airbus.
It's all right. But anyway, my point is that we were anxious to get going with this campaign, but I'd kind of like to start fleshing out some details. Not today, obviously, but I'm at going forward. Just for visual aid. Okay. So, Katinka and Trace stay up late having robot girl chat and or just robot chat while the rest of you sleep. Now McKellen, we've said from last time, just because Rome is away, is staying with the chroniclers. In fact, I think that I don't remember if he actually stays on the plane. It's listed that he's a friend of the gang, but he's not necessarily a part of it. I need to ask him. So the number of your gang may actually be 16, and that number on the chroniclers may actually include him. Anyway, the morning comes. And you have got 2 projects on the go. The defenses, thanks to Pontiac, is nearly complete. You have 1 more success required to make that one happen. And the bridge has only just begun. And it's got quite a bit of work to do. Some 70 meters across is this bridge to be built. And I suspect the method is flotation. Like the bridge, instead of anchored down to the base of the river, it's actually on
Pontoon bridge.
A pontoon bridge. That seems to be like a more accurate way of doing something that big. I can't imagine, because you haven't got like cranes or anything like that to be, and cables to be making a suspension and whatever. So I was wondering, was your plan today to do work on these projects? Or do you have other things in mind?
I think making work on projects is generally a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay. The defenses.
Yeah, I definitely would think that bridge would be a priority to get the vehicles across so they don't get stolen.
Yeah. You have to get your defenses, that one finished, to have the prerequisite to build the bridge. But you've only got 1 success required. That's force or scout.
I'll be right back, guys.
Worse. About 1.
Yes, and
Scout is gamer.
oh yeah,
I've got 2. I got 2 in that one.
let's see. Something I just read in the rules If you've got gear that you think would aid you in the task, maybe an artifact you might have found, or you can actually use the gear bonus for that in your roll. But I'll let you.
And I can get.
Go ahead.
I was going to say I can give it a shot. I've got a 2 in scan, which is the scout equivalent. Unless somebody's got better.
Well, I'll leave NPCs out of it first because I'll let PCs go first. Because, and I'm not sure what Lack wants the Kodiak's doing, and you've got more workers now.
Okay.
So why don't you
I'll
go
do
ahead
that,
and roll?
though.
Well, look at you. The robot has just completed the defenses. So, okay, I'm going to let you make the roll then. You need to roll 2d6, and that's going to add to your warfare.
All right.
And you only need to go up by 2, and your warfare is at the next level. 6 points. Warfare is at 24. Which that means says the Ark likely has an organized militia. If the technology dev is high enough, which it pretty much is, there might be an armory. Marlot will be happy. And it puts the battle level to 3. So if this is a relevant stat, if the Ark is rated, they've got a really cool mechanic to simplify extreme mass combat. And you're the second to highest of what you could possibly be. Okay. Cool. This gives you the prerequisites to build the bridge. And that's a comprehend or endure roll. And Trace, you can't roll for the rest of the day, obviously.
Okay, I'm here.
All right. Now, Orson, you've got more workers now. 4 more, in fact. So we need to decide how many of your people you've got working on this bridge.
Okay.
You have a total of what?
I mean, what?
12, I think, is it?
Yeah, I have 12.
It's comprehend or endure. That's the roll that needs to be made.
Yeah.
And not everyone's going to have that skill, but
I have 0 in both. Not that I can roll again, but
just looking through.
Well, I mean, I figure this is this the only project we've got going on right now?
Well, Trace just completed your defenses with a single roll.
Okay.
So, yeah, let's see. I'm just going through the Kodiaks and figuring out how many can take part if you wanted them to. I'm about halfway through them.
Since Vinny is utterly useless at
working on these sorts of projects. I might try to do a new one with them.
Okay. Well, they have to wait till assembly.
Yeah.
You've got 6 Kodiaks that have a skill for this bridge,
Okay.
plus
Well, let's-
Pontiac. But I'll do Pontiac as a separate role. So,
okay.
and are you
Yeah,
going to
I'll-
work on it?
I'll work on it, and I'll put all 6 of them to work on it as well.
Now, do we have to make a roll for you to make them do work?
Yes, I have to do a command roll to do that. I do get some bonuses for that, though. I know working along with them gives a bonus to it. Let me pull up the skills here. Yeah, so there's like risk involved, can modify it up or down. Whether I offer reward or not, can alter it up and down. So performing the task with them is a +2. Would you say this is considered to be a dangerous task, or has a low risk of harm, or?
Despite the fact that 5 died last night, we'll say it may not have been dangerous, but their impression is that it is.
Okay. So there's a -2 if it's obviously lethal. So let's just call it a -1 there.
Yeah, -1.
Okay. So let me offer them a reward to motivate them a little better here. What have we got in terms of like grub and stuff like that on stock?
Oh, loads. Let's see. You've got
Let's see. I'm carrying 6 and 7 grub and water.
That's right, but you've got
Obviously, I don't need it.
there's a pool that you guys have got. So you got 35 grub and 14 of water. That's not claimed by any of you.
You know, I've got a bunch of bullets I'm not using. But we've got like 35 grub.
Yeah.
Let's offer them each an additional grub, to help out today.
Okay.
So that would be 6 grub taken off.
I'll take those down to 29.
All right. That's enough to count as a reward. So it's not a negative. It's probably not a significant reward to give me a bonus.
Yeah.
That's all right. Okay. So that ends up being +2, -1, no modifier is going to end up a +1 to it.
Okay. Do you have to make the roll for each one? There's 6 of them.
No,
or
I just make it for the whole group.
Gotcha.
Holy shit! All right, hang on. I'm gonna have to. Well, no, I rolled a biohazard because I can't push that, can I?
Yeah, you can. It just means it hurts you.
Oh, okay, I will. I don't have a push option here on the die roll.
It'd be on your
It's
character
on your
sheet.
character sheet.
That push button is for the last roll you made.
Like,
At the top.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
it's kind of.
Oh my god!
Unbelievable.
Oh my god!
Look at all
Oh.
those dice. Freaking success.
And they're like,
Alright, so-
no way! 5 people died yesterday.
All right, I think this actually causes.
It's wits damage,
Like-
confusion.
Yeah. So I take how much damage there?
It's already done it for you automatically.
Okay. All right. So now, let me
Yeah.
check the command rules because I think this results in like a rebellion.
Lack of clarity, bewilderment, and misjudgment. This is one of those 3 things. Is kind of what you're feeling right now. Bewilderment makes sense. Why wouldn't you do what I said?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's my.
What?
It's,
What do you mean,
I'm
no?
a bear. I'm a giant bear.
Who leads this ragtag band?
So your wits is just kind of like, I thought I knew how the world worked.
Just like roar in anger, and the whole arc shakes.
Failure.
Here it is. Okay, if your command roll fails, someone in your gang rebels against you. You need to fight them one-on-one to make an example of what happens to anyone who questions your leadership. If you lose this fight and live, your gang abandons you.
Ooh. What?
Yeah, I like it. You've got 6 people.
That is hardcore.
It's a very ruthless sort of game system.
So at least one of the 6 in the group is so willing to do it that they will actually fight me over it.
It could make sense. One of new people, like, kind of try to cut their teeth and.
Oh yeah. Let's see.
The Toad guy.
Well, I was going to look at the personality descriptions of them.
Mm-hmm. Here, let's see. Who were the ones that were able to help? Is the thing.
Oh, okay.
They're the ones I was.
So, Algernon, Annika, not Charlie, Chelsea.
By Vulcan's picture, he looks like the one that would rebel. Like, screw you, old man.
Connie, you fought before.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. I should have wrote these down as I went through them. Eobard. Not Halbert. Not Liz. Prodigy. He's a bit of a hothead.
Exactly. Aggressive and hard to get along with is Prodigy.
There you go. We have our man. And I don't believe. Yeah, he was the last one too. Yeah, Vulcan and Zissou they're not able to. So yeah, Prodigy is like.
Yeah, so Prodigy has stepped up as just like, look, we're tired of being bossed around. Like, you're sending us out to go do all this work. It's like, I'm doing it too. But doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Fuck you. Like, someone else should be in charge. Starts firing up his hands. Just tired of being bossed around all the time.
Drag his token out so I can actually put you guys into combat. Okay, you're in a combat tracker and begin combat. Ah, damn it. Hold on, let me end the combat.
I probably need to roll initiative.
Yeah, I know. That's my fault. So, here we go. Now I'll do initiative.
For initiative, we roll.
It's in the combat tracker.
Oh,
There's
combat tracker.
There's a D20 icon to the right of you. Prodigy goes first. All right. No, he's not going to start with fire. That's a little bit extreme. He's going to start with his spiked bat.
That's too extreme. With the spiked.
Yeah. That's just it.
Y'all both have the spike bats out.
Yeah, you do actually. There's no targeting in this game, is there?
No.
Right? I don't have to hit a target. It doesn't automatically. I get it mixed up with them.
It's not like One Ring. Uh-oh.
And stunt. It's going to knock your weapon out of your hand.
Okay.
And then 2 points of damage unless your armor takes care of it.
Okay, so gear. Go ahead and roll for. Shield. Nothing there. I blocked one of it there, and I will.
Use your you have your ability, don't you?
Yeah, I'm going to use huge attack to reduce the damage by 1. Yeah, so I use a feral point there.
Okay, so no
And
damage taken.
And that's the reactive one, so that does not force me to do the feral roll. It's only
No.
when I do the bonus damage that I have to do that.
Okay. So you've lost your weapon. Well, it's on the ground.
Yeah, so he just runs up and just smacks my bat out of my hand.
And then like an uppercut, or tries to, but it glanced off of your armor, and then what did hit, you just kind of shook it off. That doesn't do anything to me. Okay, your go.
Okay. I am going to pull out my bicycle chain and whip at him with that.
Okay.
So that would be a fight roll, right?
It is, yes. Oh, if you just click on bicycle chain,
Oh, yeah, you're
because
right.
it'll have bonuses to it.
Oh no.
Whoa! What is going on with my dice rolling today? I'll go ahead and push it.
Oh, I forgot to.
Or can I?
You can.
Okay.
It will. Why is that clock still going? Can you hear it, or is it just me?
I can't hear it.
I can't.
Brilliant. It'll be on the recording. So,
Because
just
Of
adds
course, I haven't
tension.
heard
It's just
any of it.
ticking clock. You haven't. Can you hear the music and stuff too?
No, so if
I
if I take damage, it would damage me if I push it, right?
That's right. And
Okay.
it'll damage your strength.
Yeah, let's not then. Okay.
All right.
Does the biohazard make like a negative thing happen?
No, it's only if you push it, it's a
Okay.
damage point.
All right.
Oh, there we go.
All right. And now he's feeling confident. He's going to swing again with his bat. And 2 points of damage unless your armor or
Okay.
abilities.
All
Get
right.
rid of it. The rest of the gang are gathering around. Prodigy's fighting Orson.
What does the starburst mean?
Oh dear, it's been too long since we played this game. If it doesn't completely get rid of all the damage, your armor has 1 point removed from
Okay.
it.
Okay,
That's
I
what it
thought
means.
that's what it, I thought that's what it meant. So
So-
I take a point of armor damage.
Yeah, so you have
And I
to
will-
edit the armor. So
I just did.
oh okay.
I did it before for the shield. So
Oh okay. Yeah.
all right. So I'll use another feral point to take that down to nothing.
Okay. And it is your turn.
Okay. I will bicycle chain him again. That's more like it.
Wow.
So I'll use the bonus stunt there to disarm him.
Okay. And then you got another bonus stunt.
Yeah, I'll do an additional point of damage.
Okay. And his armor. I do have this on public. Okay, good. Oh, he's lost a point of his armor. And nothing got reduced either. Hold on, let me change his armor. 2 of 3 radiant.
Yeah, so I like wrap the chain around his arm and just rip it and like pull all his armor off and his weapon all in one big stroke.
Yeah, cool. And that's 3 points of damage. Ooh. That's going to affect his ability to fight back. And he also doesn't have his weapon right now. Okay.
Now the bicycle chain is only a base damage of 1.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's 2 points of damage to him. That's right. That's right. I'm just thinking of his bat. His bat's got a damage of 2. So, but... Oops. He's still damaged. Okay. His turn. And...
So we're circling each other.
Oh. Oh. Yes. Fire in his palm.
Oh, little motherfucker.
And throws it at you. It automatically hits. There's nothing you can do about it with mutation. But he only spent 1 point. Although you don't know the mechanics, but what you would know that you know he's capable of launching an entire bonfire. But he hasn't done that. So you take 1 point of damage.
Okay.
And that'll be to
And
your strength.
Can I armor that?
No, armor does no effect, it says.
Ooh, dirty. Okay.
Oh yeah, I need to make it so you can actually retaliate. Next one. And he's like, before I do that, oh, he's telling us what to do. Back off, Orson.
Okay, so
Good
now, since he's breaking out the fire, I'm going to run up and try to put him into a bear hug, so if he wants to burn me, he's going to set himself on fire.
Ooh.
So would that just be straight strength, or no, it'd be a fight roll.
Fight roll.
Okay. Oh, come on! Alright.
Oh no!
Alright, I'm going to push it.
It's going to damage your strength by 2 points if you do.
Oh, yeah, oh, crap, no. Alright, yeah, so I lunge for a grab on him and he rolls out of the way.
Yeah. And, let's see. Actions. Okay. You can do an action and a maneuver. And so he's going to... pick up his spiked bat and then swing it. Two points unless your armor can defend you.
Alright, let's roll it. Nothing on the shield.
Ooh,
Nothing on the armor. So I'm going to use my...
you got 2 points of damage.
Yeah, I'm going to use huge. Yeah, I can only spend 1 at a time on this. So I'm going to take 1 point regardless. So I'll reduce it by 1 and take 1 point.
Okay, that's on your strength. You take the damage.
Okay. I don't have the option of taking it on agility.
No, if it's a physical damage, it always goes to strength.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
How close are we away to you losing your gang? 3 points.
3. Yeah.
All right. Okay. interesting.
Am I close enough? Am I close enough to my bat to pick it up?
Yeah, well, you can take a maneuver.
Yeah,
You can move. You can use a maneuver to get to it, but yeah, you can't. So it's your go now.
It's gonna try to not hit him so hard, but okay, I'm gonna pick up my bat and go after him.
Okay. There you go.
All right, what are stunts? Oh, stunts are right here. Let's
You
see.
just click the word stunt there.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna take the you hold your opponent in a grapple by clinging on him or pushing him down into the ground.
Okay.
So let's just go with I push him down into the ground. So I swat him with the bat and knock him down, and then just sort of put my foot on him. And that should be, is that 2 points of damage?
Yes, it is. Although I got to do his armor, but let me do that first. Oh, damage is again. Oh, his armor is getting worse and worse. Say there's a piece of it that was hanging off from the last bit, and you just grabbed onto that when you were grappling and have torn more of it off of him. So he takes damage. And
All right, I pulled up the rules on grappling here.
thank you. I was trying to find it. Close combat. Oh, here it is. Yes.
Yeah, to break loose, your opponent needs to win an opposed roll for fight against you. It counts as an action for them, but not for you. And then I get bonuses when I attack on my turn.
But does he get to do that now, or does that?
It would be on his
turn.
on his turn.
Okay.
It's his turn is to break out of it.
Right. Okay. I got an idea of what he's gonna do. So. Okay. So struggles, tries to get out, and he's got a giant bear on top of him. His armor's been torn apart.
It's an opposed roll, so I should have to roll against him, right?
Oh, right. Sorry.
So that would still be a fight roll.
Yeah. But you've maintained your grip.
Yeah.
Although he would have had to have gotten a success to have a chance of breaking out. So, and you also get a +2.
Mm-hmm. But I can't use my weapon in the grapple.
No.
So.
Did you add your +2 to that? It doesn't matter.
No, that was just my opposed fight roll right there.
That. Okay. Anyway. So,
all right,
barely able to breathe underneath the weight of you. He is. All right. I yield.
All right. So
everyone else is stunned. The rest of the Kodiaks couldn't believe that he went that far.
Yeah. So I just like roar right in his face. Just. You burned me?
I'm sorry. Just you're huge. What's that to do?
All right. I'm gonna pull him up and push him back toward our cave and just be like, "Go clean yourself up. Some rest. This is the rest of you. Do you want to work?"
Yo, we'll get right to it. Come on. And there's 4 of them go off.
All right. I'm still gonna. I really should go try to rest and heal up, but I think I need to be there with them and actually work to show that I'm still going to do it.
Okay. Do you have endure or comprehend?
I have endure.
Okay.
And I have endure.
Well,
yeah.
Whichever is the higher, take that and do a +4 on the skills bit, so the green one. So that's your 4 Kodiaks helping you.
Okay.
There's successes. Okay, that's taking the bridge down. You need 9 more successes to get it. And Maximon had helpers. He sent 3 people to work on it. Let's see. Wow. 3 more successes. Now down to 6. And Marlot had 2 people working on it. That's all she could have spared. And there's 1, so you're down to 5. Well, that's quite a lot of work done on the bridge. Oh yeah, Pontiac. Pontiac's taken an interest in what's going on since he was feeling good about himself since he helped get the defenses. What are you guys doing? Once again. Yeah, you're going to sink in the middle. You need to reinforce this. You're now down to 2 successes required before you've got a functioning bridge.
Nice.
And that's everyone working on this so far has made their role. You'll have that the next time you work. So that's a day's worth of work there. Vinny, what have you been doing this whole time? This day of work, and yeah, everyone has been involved. Did you witness the Kodiak fight? And Vinny? We lost him. Yes, we really did too. It's disappeared. That was a
He's
joke.
back now.
Probably just having computer problems.
Yeah.
Still in the...
Barely heard you.
Oh, how about now?
Yeah.
There we go. I know what happened. Okay. Yeah, I was talking, but okay. I was definitely there for the fight, and then when everyone went about working after that, I probably would have gone to the temple
Yes.
to see what Ascarshan was up to.
Who just lost 2 of his members yesterday.
Oh, right. That's what I was going with this. So, meta real quick is I want to do annual rites as the next job. So, I would probably go there and offer him my condolences for losing some of his members and start trying to push some death rites and prayers that they can use and kind of lead them in
All right.
a spiritual journey.
No.
So, inhabitants of the settlement institute recurring rites of different kinds or new versions of ancient festivals from the old age.
Those more holidays.
Can reestablish Christmas, or entirely new creations. Ceremonies strengthen bonds in the settlement. Okay. All right. He is. You find him at the temple, and he sat in silence. And he's got his. I'll refer to it as staff, but it's the hockey stick. Though he has no idea what hockey is. Held in front of him. Both of his arms are kind of resting on it. So he's kind of sat with his knees apart. Staff is in between. And he's sitting there thinking in silence and doesn't even notice you approach. A few of his members are sat not next to him, but not far, focusing on the shrine, while you see a couple others. They're kind of, I don't know, I want to call it maintenance, or kind of tidying up, or kind of fine-tuning maybe the shrine, picking up some debris, kind of putting things in order a bit. And another one is lighting candles. And this is in the gift shop, or what was the gift shop, we decided.
Probably approach Escartian from behind and wait a few moments and then just kind of clear my throat to let him know I'm there.
And he stays stationary for a moment. And then you see his shoulders sort of come up, his posture straightening. And he turns his head slightly. Ah, Finney. Pull up a pew. And he goes back to looking at the shrine. What brings you to
Thank
the
you.
temple today?
I come to offer my sympathies and my condolences. I heard you lost a few of your retainers during the construction of the bridge. Truly pains me. Cost of progress.
It is most unfortunate. They
Can agree, of course, though, that it is a necessary progress. Yes.
The effort was needed. Having greater access to the zone. They will be missed. And he gestures to some of the others that are sitting there. They were close. We've been sitting here in remembrance.
I had a thought I wish to run by you.
Well,
Remembrance is... Go ahead.
You've had some good thoughts of late. I'm very interested, actually.
Believe more should be done. The deaths of your followers are not in vain. This was a momentous occasion for the Ark. As you say, we now have much more exploratory capabilities. These machines have found their way to us and bring us a great boon. The sacrifices of your people should be remembered. I propose that we mark this day as a new event horizon, a new birth of our Ark. Day that Orson returned with the, what were we calling them? The
Loud wagons.
Loud Wagons. And a permanent memory of those who lost their lives building the bridge. truly fortuitous occasion, bridge will mark new beginning for our arc. What better way of remembering those lost in attainment of this momentous day, this momentous project, and an rite of celebration for all to always remember your sacrifice.
It's an interesting cause. And he's quiet for a moment. What would you propose we do as a part of this rite, this ritual? Shall it be annually? Monthly?
I think that would be acceptable. Marking today as a very elevated day for the Ark. It'd be a way to bring all of the inhabitants together, truly unify us. Bridge can be our memento, celebrated, as well as celebrating lives of those who died to build it.
You know, the chroniclers, they have the ability to write. For me, it is not something that I've learned how to do. For me, the oral tradition of old is the way to pass down. I would propose that on this day, perhaps we gather near the bridge, the entire ark, and we tell the stories. We tell the story of how this ark came to be, and the sacrifices we made to make it what it was and is. And we mark this occasion with that, so that all who come after us will know. Yes, I will back you on that proposition at the next assembly.
I stand and give him just a really deep bow. I say, it is exactly for your oral tradition and wisdom that I came to you about this matter, Oskarshan. Surely there's no one better to lead such an assembly.
It is
Or such
done.
a
I will do so.
give him a head nod and
I will speak
leave.
with Maximon about calling assembly.
You, Lord Oskarshan. As always, you beautifully put the Ark's needs before your own.
As do you.
I'd just like give him a very slight kind of smirk at that. Of course.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Yeah.
Exactly what's happening.
You know it, buddy. Yes. And he stays there seated as you walk away, deep in thought, but his posture isn't as hunched over as it was when you first came up. But you know how to work him, Vinny. And so, is there anything the rest of you wish to do? You've had a long day of work building a bridge, quite a strenuous day. Orson's had a fight. He's got some singed hair.
ready to actually. The next whole day is probably gonna be devoted to like resting up from that because I'm damaged from my wits and my strength.
Oh God, yeah. I forgot about that. The wits. Wow, you are wiped out. Let's see. Recovery, that's what I'm looking for. Now, okay, well, 4 hours of sleep will heal your wits. You can do that in your normal sleep.
Okay.
Strength, you need an extra ration of grub per point of strength on top of the grub you need to survive for the day.
Okay, that's doable.
Does any of that count as trauma, or is trauma hit points?
That is all trauma.
I can use my parasite abilities to heal your trauma.
Can you really?
Yeah. So maybe you work all day and I go see a Scarshin, and then you kind of go back to your quarters to collapse and I come see you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, how does that work for you?
He takes on some of the damage himself. Whatever he heals from you, he takes.
2 MP for non-lethal.
So yeah, you're not.
Those are critical injuries, and he doesn't have a critical injury, so it's just
It's literally just one MP
per
per
point.
heal.
Yeah, and he's got 2 points down. It's up to you how
And
much
then
you heal.
but then you would be hurt.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
don't.
but it's only strength.
Well, but I mean, I can just eat and rest.
But it lets me use mutation points.
Okay. And then you need to eat and rest.
That's how this works. We're a symbiote relationship.
Yeah. Have you ever done this before? Would this be like, would Orson even know that you're going to take
Oh
on the
no,
damage?
yeah, no. This I'm familiar with this. Like, yeah, this is something he does for me. Is he uses his weird mouth to make me feel better.
Let's role play this. Let's
Yeah.
role play this. So you come
Okay, so
back
I'll-
Katinka and I,
So
Katinka and I are just standing back. These organics are weird.
So I'm curled up in my box, just all laid out on all my blankets and pillows and stuff, and just like just, stupid fighting people not doing what they're told.
Yeah, I come in and I just, my lord,
Mm.
that did not
Maybe.
go so well today.
It went all right. I won.
Yes, but
It's normal.
hasn't
Normal for
worked.
that. It's normal to have to slap them down every once in a while.
Perhaps, yes, but we cannot afford a division within our own ranks at this time. You handled it splendidly, but could be indicative of a deeper issue.
Well, I mean, people are going to want to try to, show their ass and feel like they want to be the boss, and you just have to show them why you are the boss. Hopefully this will stop anyone from wanting to do it for a while.
I suppose you're right. I worry for you.
But
What would have happened if it hadn't gone in your favor?
what, from Prodigy? It was always going to go in my favor. More worry, his fire is something to worry about, but I'm bigger than him.
I ask that you allow me to perhaps make sure this never happens again.
Well, what do you have in mind?
I just believe an example must be made. Let me talk to him.
I think I just made an example. I don't need you to fight my battle for me. I just fought it.
There's the future battles that I worry about. What if he harbors grudge? What if he spreads dissension? Let me just at least talk to him.
If you think he's got a problem, bring him in here and I'll deal with him.
I have more subtle ways of ensuring your reign, my lord.
Ah,
I don't want to trouble. You are weakened as it is. I simply want to make sure this does not happen again.
your job is to let me know when there are problems, and I decide how to deal with them.
Yes, sir. And I see Vinny just resignedly sigh and give in. Then I'll come over and like sit next to you and start petting your fur where you like it. Getting some ear scratches and
Behind the ear.
your leg starts kicking. I don't know what I would do without you, sir. I cannot bear to stand the thought of what may have happened. Good things have not
Bear.
been
I heard it too.
there. Shall I?
Huh? Yeah, but
As I say that,
I really don't understand why you do this. Like, I could just eat and rest, and I would be fine.
this is my purpose, Lord Orson. Please do not take my meaning away from me.
If it makes you feel better.
And as I say that, my mouth just starts like a bull extending out, just like this just monstrous thing. And
Is that like
wraps
a
around your
dislocated
face.
jaw? Yeah.
yeah. Well, I'll have to resend the photo from.
I should have
Played
saved
that.
some stuff.
This was
I'm so sorry, guys.
It's okay.
You're totally fine, dude.
You did it in a hurry. It's no big deal.
We can replace those photos super easily. So yeah, how many points are you down in strength? 2, and what
2.
else?
That's
So-
it. My wits is healing from 4 hours of rest anyway.
Yes,
So
I
you
see.
don't
Okay.
even need to deal with that. We don't have to use up any resources.
Okay, perfect. So I will spend 2 mutation points to heal your strength and take 2 of my own.
That means you roll 2 6-siders to see if you have a mishap. Why is there 3 dice rolled?
Yeah, somehow the first one became a 2d6, even though I didn't mean to do that.
Well,
but
it's fine because you
Either
got a
way.
4 and a 1, and a 1 is a hazard. Which means you have to roll on the
Okay.
mishap table.
Here we go.
You could have rolled in the macro down at the bottom for where it says roll. Oh, you got it!
I got the same one. Oh yeah, I remembered that macro, but I forgot the normal dice macro. Okay, I'll use that next time.
It's alright, we still got the same result.
My appearance changes. Oh, I guess I would. If I'm giving up strength, maybe
Well,
I
he
just
was
now
burned.
look even.
Your healing burn.
Oh, that's right.
You could have a burn scar.
That would be cool. Maybe just down like my cheek, like half my face suddenly becomes this like scarred, blackened skin, making me that much prettier.
Yeah. Because you were like a model before. Ruined your career on the catwalk.
Oh, it's funny. Okay.
I love it. I'll make a note of that. Unfortunately, you didn't get new mutation because that would have been cool too. But I wonder who it's going to happen to first. If anyone, it would be you. Do you realize you have written down that you have 57 mutation points?
Oh, I literally just changed that. Tried to change it to 5, and it didn't erase the 7.
No, yeah, it happens to me all the time. The coding for this is like that. All right. So that's Orson healed, and now Vinny is all burnt out.
I just go to sleep while he's doing it.
I pet you for a little while afterwards, just admiring you and feeling so gracious about our bond. And then I go to the asshole who fought you's quarters.
Oh. Okay.
I just forgot his name. What was it?
Prodigy.
Prodigy, right?
I'm the fire starter. Just twisted fire starter.
That's all he does.
But what's
Smack my bitch up. Sorry, didn't mean to be sexist there. I didn't write the song. Yeah, so
so
you
Prodigy.
well they have different parts of the plane. Thank you, Lack. You found it again. I want to develop that into a proper gaming map. I'll work on that. Anyway, they have different parts of the plane where they kind of curl up. Although we're getting enough of them, we might have to have alternative lodging somewhere. But anyway.
Yeah, they might have like some curtains up or something,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, to break it into individual areas. But it's pretty much, you know, everyone's pretty much sleeping in the same room.
Yeah. So you see, the rest of the Kodiaks. Well, you would know, Vinny, where they would normally each one of them stays, but you can see the rest of the Kodiaks are kind of staying away from Prodigy, thinking he's dangerous to them, or as in to get them in trouble.
Troublemaker.
Yeah. But he's kind of sat against the wall, kind of just knees up. His hands resting on top of his knees, or his forearms resting on top of his knees. His head's down. He's just clearly bruised.
Assuming he has some sort of, curtain to block, I would leave it open so that anyone nearby would witness this.
Yeah, it could be that way.
I go up to him, and I just very calmly stand there with my arms kind of touching in front of me. What happened today, Prodigy?
I don't fucking know, man. It's just working on that bridge, man. 5 people died yesterday. I just feel like my life's being put on the line.
Any of those 5 within our allegiance?
No.
Oh, exactly. Enemies of our gang died. You should be happy, and you should want this bridge completed.
I do.
Do you? Or do you just crave power? You think you could lead the Kodiaks better than our fair Orson?
No, but I don't like being told what to do all the time.
I just laugh at that, and I move a little closer to him, and I'll kind of crouch down so I'm face to face.
He slightly recoils.
He sees the new burn on my face too, and I just kind of graze my hand over it, and I go, "You burned me today as well, Prodigy. And it is unfortunate that you do not enjoy taking orders, for that is exactly what your position requires of you. Then I'll grab his hand, and I will use a mutation point to steal his mutation. I can use it on my next turn, and then he gets it back. And so I'm basically going to use it against him and set him on fire.
Oh my god. You have no idea what's about to happen. This is gonna be so good.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no. Okay. Step at a time. So wait. So to do this, does the mouth have to come open again and go over his face or something?
Yes.
Or his hand or something?
Yeah, that's basically how everything about Parasite, I have to envelop their face with my own.
Okay, it's not an attack because it's a mutation point. So yeah, so it just happens.
So let me roll. So when you use this macro, does it start with base 0? I'm going to see what happens when I... Okay, so I need to put in 1.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah, you have to. Just do it in
For mutation.
Do it in the yellow
it's
box.
skill. Okay, perfect.
Because the green one doesn't have hazards.
That
Yeah,
hazard?
It is, and now you get a roll on the
Oh
mishap.
my god.
Twice
When
in a
that
row.
are just amazing.
Twice the amount of MP.
Whoa, okay. So I go down to 3 MP.
That's all right.
That is a not
It's a
too
shitty
bad
one.
result right there as far as mishaps go.
No, it is not.
Yeah. Still. Like
You're just really putting all your effort into it. You're like, I will suck your face off.
And he just starts his fire mutation. He starts glowing, and now we both are like glowing, and I'm stealing his literal inner fire from him.
Okay. You now have this pyrokinesis ability.
Oh, where are those?
Um,
Mutations. I found it.
Set fire to a flammable inanimate object. Make a living being burst into flame at near range. 1 point of damage.
So.
Melt ice or heat a cold area.
Okay, so he bursts into flame.
Okay, that's going to cost you 1 MP.
Okay.
Down to 2. And here's the thing you didn't know was going to happen. He is broken.
Oh my gosh.
So,
Oh my gosh.
yes.
Well, okay, but first I have to roll again.
Oh, yes, for your mutation.
There's a
Yes.
mishap on the fire.
Oh, I thought it was another mishap.
Dude, I did too. Holy shit. Okay.
Okay, so you got a crit macro.
Let's see it.
Biceps wound. Let's see. Healing time 2d6. You want to roll that? 2d6?
So I apparently almost break his arm.
Yeah, that's what catches fire. 7 days. Where's he at? Critical.
So he's just unconscious now? Is that how
He
breaking
is.
works?
He is
Just-
unconscious. Well, he's unconscious right now, and he's got a broken arm, not necessarily a broken arm, but it's
A wound.
a wound. Yeah, it's burned. He's -2 to shoot and fight.
So
Is there a way to? Hold on. Can I do here we go. 7 days.
while he's unconscious and this is all almost happening at once, I'm going to use my final 2 mutation points to drain 2 of his strength as well.
No, his strength is at 0.
Oh, is that how he becomes broken?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's physical damage.
I see. Okay, cool. Okay, perfect. Then we'll leave as is.
Okay. Well, Orson smells smoke.
Singed hair.
Yeah.
Smokey the Bear.
Yeah, I think burning flesh inside the airplane is going to be enough to catch his attention.
Actually,
so
Animal
that's-
smell, yeah.
he's not unconscious. I just read it. You're knocked out or in paralyzing pain. I like the paralyzing pain
He's definitely
better.
in pain.
So you smell burning flesh, and you hear, ah, ah, ah.
Yeah. So I come sort of barging into the plane thinking that the plane's on fire. And I see all this going on. I'm like, Vinny, what did I tell you? What's going on in here?
In my mouth, just. What are you saying, Andy?
I said Prodigy's just rolling on the ground, just holding his his left arm, no, his right arm. But he's not really coherent.
Yeah. So I come up and I'm just sort of like shoving you off of him.
Yeah.
You see
Looking at
that
him, see
his
if he's
arm is
dead or
burnt.
anything.
He'll be fine, Lord Orson. I'm sorry I had to disobey
I
you.
told you to leave him alone.
I had to make sure.
No. I say what goes here. You sleep outside tonight.
Sleep on the couch.
I frown at him and then give him a half bow. As you wish, sir.
The rest of the Kodiaks are like, they have scattered. They're like at the front of the plane. Trace, you may or may not have heard what was going on, but suddenly there's a bunch of Kodiaks standing close to the cockpit. Not facing the cockpit. They're all looking back and murmuring.
Yeah, I would imagine I would have heard the commotion, and probably I'd imagine some screaming from fire and what's going on, and open the cockpit door, and they're all blocking the door.
Vinny, you are such a cream of worm tongue, man. It's such.
That was my plan.
I know it.
So I'll leave the area, but I'll go to Trace and say, we may need to employ some of our new friends' medical skills. Could you have her attend to Prodigy?
Yes, of course. Now, turn back to Katinka. I think you're needed up front or in the back. And I'll start shoving people out of the way. Move! Let us out.
Yes, my olfactory senses did pick up something a little alarming. I didn't know if it was cooking going on. Orson, you're in the back with Prodigy, and the two mechanicals smoothly walk up. And Katinka is... Well, Trace, I don't know if you say anything, but Katinka is, can I be of assistance?
Can you heal him?
Well, I can certainly make him more comfortable. What seems to be... Oh. He looks a bit battered and bruised and... burnt.
Crispy.
Yes, that's what happened to him. Battered, bruised, and burnt.
Yes.
This surely cannot be from the fight earlier alone. Did he have a mishap with his mutation?
Less talking, more healing.
Well, that is Katinka's area.
She
Anyway.
kneels down, and you can see she's scanning his body. You can see like a light that passes over him as she goes from head to toe. Okay. The arm is the worst off. Well, there's also the case of these cracked ribs. Do we know how they got there?
Me.
A disagreement, I take it. Okay. Let's see.
I'm sure everyone else can tell you everything that's happened. Everyone down there saw what's happened with both of these incidents. So
Okay. And she goes to work. Did the same thing to me. She doesn't have 23 energy points. You guys are going to have to get a generator or solar panels as one of your tech requirements, tech additions to this arc as soon as possible if you're going to keep mechanicals. So she works on his arm first, and in game mechanical terms has reduced that by half. I will round down to 3 days instead of 3.5.
but I sort of round on the Kodiaks, and just like, let this be a lesson. Like, I am in command here, not any of you, not Vinny. I am the one who makes the decisions. You are my tribe, and no one harms any of my tribe. None except for me. Even then, only if they even then, only if they stand up to me. So know your place, and do not turn on each other. If you have a problem with me, you take it up with me. Prodigy at least did that. He just did it the wrong way.
Yes, boss. The 4 new recruits are like, shit. Okay. And you hear Katinka. So Prodigy stops moaning in pain. There, dear. That should not feel so intense. Are we feeling better? Yeah. Prodigy looks up to you, Orson. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. It won't happen again.
That's what I want to hear. So I'm gonna sit there while they treat him and everything, and make sure that people get him comfortable and well cared for.
All right, now game mechanics terms, he is down 4 points. He's a strong mutant. That's why it took a while. He had 5 points of strength. Do you want to expend any grub to heal him further?
Yeah, definitely.
Because he only has 1 point now. It's all that Katinka can do.
Yeah. How does using the grub work?
He just, in addition to what it takes to live on. So while you're in the arc, we don't really subtract grub because of your food level of the arc itself. But
yeah, but this is we're doing extra.
Yeah. So, but it does take 4 hours of resting. But that would be, I believe, that's in addition to what is required. No, it could be a normal night, but it just takes an extra ration of grub
per point that we want to bring back.
Yeah, but
okay,
that's a lot of food to eat all at once. So he's down 4 points. So I would say probably you want to do no more than a couple of points this night, and then.
Yeah, that works. Let's just do two units.
From the horde that I've got here.
Yeah, I had just used some of it. No, because I used like 6 of it to pay them for working, and then we'd have to use a couple more.
All right, I'll just take it.
But
from
we have
you.
Yeah.
We have 27 left. All right. And Prodigy is healed 2 points, or at least will be that way once he wakes up. 3 out of 5.
You're hurt. Eat this macaroni and cheese.
Oh, it's my favorite.
No, it's got to be a nasty MRE.
It could be MRE mac and cheese.
All right.
Just pour water into the package and heat it up.
And it is evening time now, so the tenseness of the situation aboard the plane is beginning to kind of settle down a bit. Katinka has gone back to the front. The Kodiaks are beginning to gather near their bedrolls. And anything else you guys want to do in the evening before sleep?
Probably get a little stockpile of grub. I'm down to one, and I know we have kind of a storehouse in the plane basically for us.
Yeah. How many do you want? We have 27.
I'll take 7, putting me at 8.
All right.
Because I need to eat 2 of those right now to heal my strength. Oh, you know what? I'm Vinny Finster. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go get it some other way.
You what?
I'm gonna go get it from somebody else.
Okay. Yeah, I was actually just about to butt in because like right now Orson's not letting you back on the plane to get into the food stock. 'Cause he kicked you out. Kicked you out for the night.
Let's keep it at 1 then.
Okay, let's do that for now.
Uh,
I imagine this is not an uncommon thing to like get out,
right.
and then the next morning, what do you say? All right, I guess. Right. Okay. Are you wanting to take care of that this evening then, Vinny? You're out wandering outside the plane.
No, I think he would just go to sleep. He's had a long night.
Where are you going to sleep?
Grace, is your area in the plane, or are you at a separate thing outside? I can't remember.
I'm in the cockpit.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
There will be like shipping crates and stuff, like
Yeah,
nearby.
I'm sure there's, as you said, this isn't the first time this has happened, so
Yeah.
Vinny's got just a nice little nook he goes to when he's not inside for the night. You know what? Maybe he'll go actually to the shrine.
Ah, yes.
The saga of everyone stuck at an airport trying to find a comfortable place to sleep.
Doesn't change in the post-apocalypse.
No one's ever taken those little armrests from between the seats. Like, God damn it! I gotta lay down.
All right. We've got just over an hour. We didn't take a break early. Well, I did a brief one before we started, but I wanted to take a quick bio, just go on a break, and then we'll deal with the next day.
Okay.
All right?
Alrighty. before I walk down to go get coffee because they stay connected, but they don't. I could hear y'all just fine.
Oh. I'm glad we didn't say rude things.
Just telling me to get it fixed. I mean, God,
Oh, yeah, okay, I did. That was rude. Okay.
rude.
It's not even the
Technology
word.
really has some faults.
Sure does.
It does, like, for how impressive it is, it's like you have to disconnect before connecting something else. Like, really? You can't override yourself with a new connection? How's that even... Surely technology is accounted for that.
And I mean, it's the weirdest thing. It's like, okay, I walked down to the kitchen, got some coffee, and I could still hear everything and came back. And I'm like, okay, you clearly didn't disconnect. But anyway.
Okay. So, let's go back.
Okay, I just cleaned up the Discord chats where I'd posted in the wrong place.
Oh, that's cool.
I just didn't want to lose track of our...
Yeah.
either. Having it in two places breaks the immersion of going through it.
So, you were all going to bed. Well, not Trace, but going to quiet time. But... the next day, the mutation point, an animal point, feral points, that's only per session, not per day. Yeah, it's got to be per session.
Let's see, for my character, there is also my, what's it called? It's for my, command skill, Racketeer, that's what it is.
Oh yeah, I forget what it is.
Let me look up racketeering. Blah, 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 blah. I can do it once per session to racketeer. Okay. So I will do that the next day. I'll go out and do some racketeering, going around and pressing my weight around to get stuff off of people. Says it takes a few hours to do it. I can only do it when I'm in the Ark.
Okay. Yes. Okay, let's if there was nothing else you guys were doing in the evening time, then we'll say that it is now the morning again. Well, Trace never goes to sleep, but other than that, I don't know who would be the first to awaken.
Someone usually has to come in and wake me up. Just every morning, so I have to go in and poke the bear to wake him up.
And they draw straws as to whose turn it is. Let's I'll roll a d12. There's 12 your gang. Number 1. Oh no! They got the new guy, Algernon. Algernon. Okay, I'll go.
Trying to use his long tongue and just get Orson on the toe.
Get stuck to me.
Yeah, so you feel you're shaken, Orson. Someone's shaking you awake on your leg.
I'm like half awake. I just reach a big old paw up and just sort of shove them away.
You hear a little screech. Ah!
What's this on my hand? Why is my hand slimy? I wake up, I just look at him like, what is this? I like wipe it on his shirt. Just, all right, I'm getting up. Go.
I now see why they told me to. Okay, I'll
go.
He runs, and you hear muffled in the background. You bastards!
Everyone's laughing.
It's not funny. Could have killed me. So, you're awake. You heard a little bit of yelling, Trace. Screeching, perhaps, is the better word to describe it. And the sound of the pitter-patter of feet across the plain decking. Vinny.
I'm gonna look
Oh,
up
go ahead.
from my tinkering with my drone and like, the organics are at it again. Let's put this away.
Katinka's
Oh my-
like, is this every day?
Oh my god, Unicorn, I just figured out that like somewhere there's like a supply closet where you have like just a hammock hung up there for when you get kicked out. Is Unicorn there?
It's just like
Oh, yeah.
it's like the bathroom. It's the lavatory.
You just go in there. You've already got like a spot set up. It's like, all right.
It's just an outhouse that has just always been right outside our terminal.
You just have like some old magazines in there to read.
No, I think it would be like the old luggage cart.
Mm-hmm.
Those little
It's
double decker thing with the curtain on the side.
It's like exactly my size lengthwise.
Yeah.
You make a big show of showing up. It's like, oh god, I'm miserable from sleeping outside all night.
My back. All right. So, Vinny, how early are you waking up?
He's an early riser.
I thought he was.
A lot always on his mind. Doesn't sleep very well, especially after events such as that. He'll wake up and I'm gonna wheeler deal. Gosh, this.
Oh, yeah, it's one of your.
I'm gonna try to get some bullets because bullets always make Vinny feel better. And it goes towards his world goal.
That's just one of my favorite character motivations ever, is to have a big Scrooge McDuck vault of bullets.
Okay, small business on the side. I earn twice as much of the commodity. So, this is like what we did last time, and if it succeeds, we can glean over it. If it fails, it becomes role play. So, deal on the side. I'm dealing in bullets.
But your wheeler dealer doubles it, so you could gain 2d6 bullets instead of d6.
Interesting. So I need to determine at least who I'm buying it from, I think. I'd probably go to Marlot's. Whoever like runs Marlot's armory, basically.
Yes, well, now that you've got defenses up, we need to... That's a thing of what it said, is that an organized militia, which Marla had been working on that anyway with her people, but now could potentially recruit more members, which isn't something you guys want. Marlot's clan getting bigger, but then she's kind of in league with you guys. But an armory. So you've only just gained the defenses, so I would say an armory isn't necessarily perfectly organized, but there's going to be something there. It would be what the beginnings of what the army would become. So yeah, it'd just be one of her people.
Make a deal roll. Okay, let's see. Make a deal.
Wow.
Okay.
Any stunts?
Oh. It's
Ooh,
literally.
Look at that.
Oh, for every. Whoa, I'm gonna push it.
And
That's awesome.
remember, the wheeler dealer.
Doubles that again.
Yes.
Oh my god, I just got another
You're
okay.
hurting.
Hurting, but it's okay. At least I still got 2. So I'm just gonna get
You got 8d6.
4d6 bullets.
No, 8d6. You've got no, sorry, 6d6 because you double it.
Oh. Get a d6 for each success.
Is that right? Oh no.
What's
So
for?
I'm reading the push wrong. Yeah. So you get.
Oh right, because it wasn't an extra. It was an extra failure, which is what hurt
Oh
me.
right. Yeah. Okay. Yes. All right. So for some reason I thought you had
4d6.
Yes. So 4d6. That's how many bullets?
Not bad. Let's see what happens.
Do you need to roll? Oh, that hazard would be a 1. I would have rolled
1,
that down on the right hand side
Oh,
for
just
that.
yeah. Oh well.
9 bullets.
Same thing, really. That could have been way better. That's terrible. Look at that horrible roll. 1, 2, 2, 4.
Actually,
Gives me 9 bullets, so that's
no,
something.
make it 12. Because this two-wheeler dealer says you earn twice as much of the commodity you choose. So you would have rolled 2d6, the first 2 being a 4 and a 2. That's 6.
Oh,
so
you're right. It's not doubling the dice, it's doubling the amount.
Yeah, so 12 bullets then. Not bad. All right. Orson, you want to do your
Yes.
racketeering while people are waking up?
So
Before anyone gets busy working on the bridge.
Yeah, spend the morning taking care of this. This will be a command roll, and I get a +2 because of my racketeer talent.
What are the other parameters of this? Decide who your target is.
Yeah, so let's yeah, I'm gonna go out and press my weight with the big faction.
All right.
And just be like, look, we've brought a lot of stuff in. Time to pay up for all the help that we've been bringing into the Ark. 2 successes.
Works.
So that
You get
means I get 2
of whatever you choose, or 1 of each, or it could be 1 of 2 separate things.
Yeah. So what are our gang current stockpiles on the different things?
Well, despite beyond what you have individually, you have 27 rations of grub, 14 of water, and there's no stockpile of bullets.
Well, I guess we need some bullets then. So I'll do a d6 of bullets, and we need booze. We need booze for the cars.
Yes, you do. You only
Yeah,
you only have 1.5 bottles for that.
Yeah, so we'll do d6 bullets and 2d6 booze. So let me roll those. So this is gonna be bullets.
Hey.
And then for booze.
Could be a party tonight. Oh my god. Well,
You guys have not been making enough booze.
been drinking it all. All right. Excuse me. You want to record that on your own sheet, or do you want me to write it down as a?
No, just put that in the gang stockpile.
All right. I should probably make a journal so you guys can see this. I'll make that up afterwards. So you have 3.5 bottles of booze, which is actually quite a bit for fuel, and a bonus of 6 bullets. Okay. Trace, is there anything that you're doing this morning while the organics are doing things? You're silent again, by the way, if you're talking.
I keep forgetting that mute. um, I'd imagine I'd probably go visit the chroniclers with Katinka and just share info with them.
What info are you wanting to share? And that's where McKellen will be.
Just any knowledge I have about the Mechatron and the few things I noticed during my little float down the river that they may not have knowledge of.
Strina, who leads them, Trace, your knowledge is always fascinating to us. But something that we are terribly interested in right now is the new mechanical we have in our arc. We know so little about Katinka. Do you suppose you could bring her to talk to us at some point?
Absolutely. I know she was rather interested in meeting y'all as well.
Yes, but whilst you're here, let me get my notepad. And so she begins to ask you questions about your origins and what your journey was like here. And as you talk, she's writing things down quite rapidly. Yeah, you can tell she's very skilled in the ancient art of writing. And she's very interested in everything you have to say. Thank you very much, Trace. We will add this to the collective knowledge of the Ark. McKellen speaks very highly of you.
Oh, I like to be of assistance where I can be. Any knowledge I can share that would help you in any way is my pleasure to share.
Have you ever, in your time, heard of a place called Eden?
That I can recall. Does not seem familiar.
We here in the Chroniclers are very interested in knowledge of this Eden, if it exists and where. McKellen especially. Should you find anything out or learn anything, please let us know.
Oh, absolutely.
And at that point, you begin to hear, coming from Arrival Hall, banging. An assembly is being called. And gradually it increases. Vinny and Orson, as you're wandering about, surveying your empire and gathering your gains, you begin to hear this as well.
Definitely head there very fast.
Orson, what do you do?
Yeah, it's gonna start gathering people up and head there.
All right. As you come in, Vinny, Ascarshan gives you a subtle little nod, slight little smile at the corners of his mouth. As people begin to gather, and the noise just increases and increases, people take up position up on like an upper balcony that looks down. I think you guys say you often take up place on the balcony. Can't remember if you always do or if that's just what you did one time.
No, I think we hang out in different places. No, I thought our place was over by like one of the old like rental car agencies or something. I don't know. Wherever y'all want to be, I don't care.
That's fine. Maximon is, of course, in the center. And is just looking up in pride at everyone as they come in. And then he raises his arms. A signal for people to calm down, quiet down. Our brothers and sisters, we gather again. We have achieved much lately. Our defenses have been improved. We are safer. And the bridge nears completion. But by being safer, this has cost us some lives of late. We must all remember that our progress does come with a price. Is there any business any of you have before us today? And Ascarshan steps up.
Bring forth. Oh yeah. I was thinking Ascarshan would bring it up. Oh, I could introduce him if he didn't want to lead.
As you know, two that were lost were for my people. My people do not normally do the things that are dangerous. And that loss has been felt. Unicorn, I can't remember, did you guys had arranged that you were going to bring this up, or were you going to have him talk for you?
I was thinking he would talk about doing the rites, because that's like right in his wheelhouse, and then I'll jump in.
Yeah, I figured that's how you're going to play it.
Yeah.
Ascarshan continues. Maximon, I agree with you that we have achieved much. And it should not go unnoticed for what we have achieved and the losses we have suffered to get there. What Orson's gang has brought to us, and you can see, tries to hide it, but you can see Maximon wince at the mention of Orson. In the way of technology, we have an understanding now greater than what we ever did. As you know, I'm not so fond of the technology, and I think the ways of old should be avoided. But it is an accomplishment. I propose then that we begin to celebrate this day annually. This time of the time when our ark becomes more of a force in this zone, a place of refuge and safety. I propose that we gather and we discuss in the oral tradition the stories of how we got here and how we fared. Do I have anyone who would support such a project? And he looks up into the balconies and then about to people who are on the ground floor as well. And if you start to pound or bang,
I would start.
And it increases. And there seems to be overwhelming support for it. I mean, you have noticed, despite the loss of 5 people, you have noticed over across the arc the people you've interacted with. Maybe not so much you, Vinny, because people run from you, but you see it, that a sense of security, a sense of more peace. People are less on edge.
Orson, I think after he calls for the vote, I would like kind of sidle up next to you and hand you a little pouch of bullets, and then lean in and say, I think we should support this one.
How many bullets are in it?
5.
5? Okay. I'll add that to my personal supply. I look it down, give it a little bit of a shake, and give you just a little bit of a, a disapproving look. But I still reach up with a stick with my bat and start tapping. It's bang, 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 bang.
Perhaps, Lord Orson, you should also take this opportunity to suggest a burial site for those we have lost in order to honor them.
So is this another project we're wanting to start?
Yeah, that kind of goes along with it all, and just trying to again earn you rep in the zone or in the arc by having you suggest it.
Okay. I'm gonna stand up and just be like,
The floor
Also,
recognizes Orson.
we have been losing lives and we don't want them forgotten. I think that we should just create a burial site where we can remember our dead, and also to get them buried without simply just chucking them into the river or something like that.
You see a lot of murmurings, people looking to each other, kind of nodding. Bang, 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 bang. They start pounding. And Maximon, we seem to have a consensus here. These things are the right thing to do. Ascarshan, will you lead the way for the annual discussion? And Ascarshan bows his head. And Orson, will you lead the project in securing a burial site for us?
That won't be a problem, yes.
Very well, so be it. And we will continue with the bridge. It's nearly complete. As Maximon continues. I have one further bit of business to bring. 4 of our members, 4 of our citizens, are missing. They set out into the zone several days ago without noticing anyone. Word is they were hunting for a water source, a pure water source. But they have not returned. I seek a group who would be willing to go and hunt for them. And if the rumors of the water source are true, to help secure it. It is west down the river is where they were headed. We do know that. To a small island. A stalker had mentioned a rumor of seeing something or hearing something in their travels. And they went there to investigate.
All right. Orson's going to stand up. It's like the Kodiaks will find them and bring them back.
Orson, you have been very successful of late. So my trust is upon you. It is not a far journey. And I do not know the dangers between here and there, but it is the zone. Very well. Orson, I will leave this with you. Come and see me afterwards, and I will show you on the map where we believe it to be. Is there any other business before this assembly? And everyone is silent. Very well. Let us get to work on these projects and let's finish that bridge. You are all dismissed. And there's a lot of discussion and people murmuring about. People are slow to leave because this is news they didn't know.
Yeah, I'm going to turn to the Kodiaks. It's like, we were wanting to investigate west anyway. This is a good reason to do so. And we can earn favor with the rest of the clan by doing this.
Connie steps forward. I'll go, boss, with you, if you'll have me.
We would like to have you.
And you see a lot of nods from the rest of the Kodiaks. Gonna make a little more.
So the first question we have to ask is, do we want to take one of the loud wagons? Or possibly two, depending on how many of us go.
Oh.
I would say definitely.
How much booze do we have?
Plenty. There, I've put a circle around it on the map. It's in white.
Okay.
Oh.
No, that's not far at all. Okay.
No.
Yeah, that little short distance. We might as well take the loud wagons.
This isn't any sort of foreboding or anything like that. I just want to remind you of the
they're on
first,
an island.
the first word in the name for the device.
Yeah. Well, the other problem is that they're on an island, so we would still end up having to swim out to it regardless. Did we get like a flare gun or something?
You did.
Did we end up giving that over for scrap to the?
Annika had one, and she decided to not keep hers in favor of a gun that she got. Or what did she get?
Yeah, I think we turned the flare guns over to the clan.
Oh yeah, she took a scrap rifle in place of it.
Okay.
Yeah, you did turn them over, but there was a couple of them. Do you have an idea for them?
Well, I was thinking if we get down there and it turned out we needed one of the cars, we could shoot up a flare and someone could drive it to us. But I don't know. But I mean, if this doesn't, I mean, the runway, we've got the rest of this island here. It goes almost all the way down there. The square next to the runway, is that considered explored by us?
The whole island there, I'm gonna say, is been plundered. You know, for all your, accommodations, or things people have built up, or
I figure, yeah, a lot of that is probably just the actual runways themselves. But yeah, I figure, I mean, if we could just go down to the tip of this island, we're already most of the way there without having to even go through the only problem would be getting across the river.
yeah.
We don't have any boats.
Got my
Oh.
little raft, unless they disassembled it. Of course, it's been like a year.
Yeah. But it would also be good to scout out the path down that way, too.
Danger involved, but potential gains.
What did we say?
I've added those 2 new art projects to the list on the runway. So I need to know what you guys feel. So this is like midday.
Yeah.
And
Lord Orson, when will you leave?
Well, I think, man, these are missing people. We can't wait on it. I was gonna say we could wait till the bridge is done, but no, we really need to get moving. So let's pack up and go. Let's just do it now. We can at least make some progress before we have to stop.
Should I come with you or oversee the projects here, my lord?
Well, which do you feel you'll be better at? I mean, I
feel
would
rather weak, but
more practically, do you want to be set out on the sidelines while we're off doing adventuring for a couple of sessions?
there's plenty of political intrigue going on in the arc. But I guess we'll break the fourth wall real quick. So the next session, it looks like I'm driving to Idaho that day, so
Okay.
I can be on my computer maybe the first hour or two. I don't even know what time I'm leaving yet, but then I'm driving myself for work, so I'll be able to play just without my computer. So
get us some
around.
potatoes.
Yeah, plenty of them. But I'll just be on, my phone speaker. And,
Yeah. But I mean, like I said, Andy can handle your rolling and stuff for you.
Yeah.
So you say the first couple hours you'd only be able to join us?
I'll be the whole session. I'll just be in the car for probably half of it.
Oh, okay. Oh, we can do that.
Yeah, it's not too
Yeah.
big of a thing. Maybe
Actually,
I'll come with.
you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna drag you along anyway. I want to keep an eye on you.
Yeah, that actually does make sense.
You've been problematic lately, and there's
You probably would want me around so you can
There's also
Especially
all
after
these
our...
schemes about graveyards and stuff that were never even discussed with me. There's like, what's going on here? What's he been up to?
Okay, perfect. But Vinny begrudgingly accepts the fact that you're making him go.
So there'll be all of us, and then I want to bring at least 4 people along, possibly more. We've got a lot of grub right now, so.
And are you taking loud wagons?
I don't. Well, I think that's going to be a question once we decide how many people we want to bring.
Okay. Well, let's make the plans for the rest of this session, and then we can start with the journey in the next session.
Yeah.
Well, you can see them all there. You got loads to choose from these days.
Yeah. I'm thinking maybe bring about like 6 people with us. That way, in case we run into trouble, we've got extra people, and if we find people who are hurt and need to be carried or something. Any opinions on that from y'all?
Perhaps we should head out, or some of us should head out in one of the loud wagons, get to the location and find out what's happening, while the rest follow on foot in case we need backup.
Okay, that works.
So
they could probably be left to fend for themselves if, like, our group comes in the car, gets out there, knowing they're going to arrive.
Let's all travel together. I mean, the wagons don't have to move fast, but that way we'll have them there in case we need to. We don't want someone else. We don't want a small group to run into trouble and get caught, and then have to wait on another group that's moving on foot to catch up with them.
Yeah.
So
just keeping the car a little bit ahead is probably a good idea. Just like almost always inside, or just doing quick scouts up ahead. Yeah, we should definitely bring one car at least, though.
Okay. All right, so we're definitely we're not bringing Prodigy because he's recovering, even though he's been treated and stuff. But
Connie is asked to go.
Yeah, Connie's going.
She's your stalker anyway.
Yeah. Let's bring along Zizu this time. Our opinionated, wise-ass warrior. Charlie brought the dogs last time, so let's bring Crystal this time. And let's see here. I like having Annika along. I think sonar's useful. Let's bring Halpert. I want to see what clairvoyance can do for us.
I was hoping you were going to say that. And one more.
Let's bring Eobard.
Okay, just making notes. Okay. And so if you got 6 of them plus Bear, plus Trace, plus Vinny,
plus 2 dogs.
Plus 2 dogs. And is Katinka coming? Although you don't really command her, but you can request.
I think Katinka needs more time to ingratiate herself here at the runway.
Might it not be dangerous to leave her alone, though?
She's got the rest of the Kodiaks there.
It's true.
Just make sure that, she knows that she can stay close to them and she can call on them for help.
Okay, so as far as vehicles go then. So the Enforcer you guys gave to the Ark. That's the smallest of the vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Piercer holds 5. Death Wish holds 6. So yeah, you can all fit. Just. What have you got? C6.
Dogs
7.
sitting on laps and hanging out of windows.
So we should just take both cars then, huh?
Yeah, you're gonna have to because you've got 9 plus 2 dogs. And those 2 cars hold 11 total. So dogs don't take up as much as a human, but they do take up a lot. So you're pretty much full.
Although so like most dogs, they're going to be on top of someone the whole time anyway. Like,
or the head out a window. All right, I'll make a note of that. Okay. That's that one. Okay, let's do a little bit of maintenance here. So I'm gonna no, I'll wait till next. I was gonna have the NPCs roll for project development, but we'll do that. But because that'd be happening whilst you're gone, so we'll just do that next session. We do need to roll to see how many citizens died today. Maybe we shouldn't have Saul roll.
Thanks, appreciate that.
What am I rolling?
Just a D6. Well, didn't you do all the rolls in the summertime when we lost like loads?
I did all the rolls for what we got for the stuff we traded in.
Oh,
we
yeah.
got crap tons.
Oh, so it looks like three. Looks like 3 people.
Yeah. Okay. So now we need a D5.
Okay.
For 3 times.
Wait, isn't it the D6 minus?
You can do
2?
it that way, D6 minus 2, or you can edit the 6 to be a 5. I think it works.
I just changed it to a D5. Here.
5. That's from a non-gang.
Wow, I had no idea it did that.
That's from what gang?
The non-gang.
Okay.
No, I meant on the number of people we lose, the first roll.
Oh, it is. You're right. So
only 2.
Yeah, only 2. Thank you for reminding me of that. Yes. So we only need 1 more roll.
So. Oh, it's just a D6 minus 1 on the number of people?
Because of our food
I
supply.
thought we were at
okay.
Oh, was it just 1? I thought we were up to 2.
Oh, I don't remember.
He rolled a 3, so it means only 2 people died. So, oh dear. A chronicler died.
Oh.
No.
Oh. We can't lose the keepers of knowledge. That's going to be an interesting one. How did that happen? They wouldn't be working on the projects.
Mm-mm.
Falls down the stairs.
I think they just get mysteriously stabbed. The body is found and no one knows who stabbed him.
Oh my god, that gives me an idea.
Open up a whole thing for Andy to develop.
Well, I was thinking of 1 and 2 things to prepare for today. And that relates to one I was gonna do. But now that that's happened. Oh yeah. Okay, we got 2 things going on now. Yes. Oh, that opens up an arc. Oh, I like it. It's gonna be good. Yes. Let me make a note of that, or that's gonna be forgotten. Okay, now let's get some experience.
And the other person who died
was non-gang, yes. So
yeah, they shot themselves.
Okay, accidentally or suicide?
I don't know. Either one. What do you think? I mean, it's a bleak world. People could give up hope.
Yeah, they could do.
Yeah.
Well, this is entirely allowed for the players to decide on this thing.
What do you guys
we
think?
could roll a
Do-
die. He was clean.
Bad gun safety or suicide?
That was someone who wasn't affiliated with any gang.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'd say poor gun safety.
Someone just waving their gun around at the range. It's like, quit pointing that thing at everybody.
Oh no, I gotta clean this thing. It got some mud in it, and don't know,
God.
doesn't unload it.
It's like Luke Skywalker when he first gets handed a lightsaber.
Yeah.
The first thing he
Look right
does is
down there.
look straight down the barrel of it.
Okay. So an accidental death.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Experience. Ready for this? Yeah, your character sheets ready?
Yeah.
Bringing it up. All right.
All right. Did you participate in the session? Yes. 1 point.
Yep.
Did you perform a day's work for the project in the Ark?
Yes.
Everybody but Vinny. Explore at least one new sector? No. Sacrifice or risk something for your PC buddy?
No.
Vinny was like, he gave up some of his health in order to help me.
Oh, that's.
Yeah.
You,
Okay.
or you
Really,
could argue.
He went
Yeah.
right back out and got it from someone else, but he still did.
Well, actually, he
Well-
hasn't yet.
Oh.
Almost in Vinny's mind, going after oh my God, I keep forgetting his name.
Prodigy.
Prodigy. Going after Prodigy was him like looking out for you.
Yeah, I'll give you that because you risked Orson's rage.
Yeah. Well, I even risked just failure being killed by Prodigy if he stood up to me, because it was in Vinny's mind he was protecting Orson's like authority.
Yeah. No, I'll definitely give you that. All right. Did you sacrifice or risk something for the NPC you want to keep safe?
Mm-mm.
Sacrifice or risk something to mess with the NPC you hate?
Not this session, no.
And then did you sacrifice or risk something to reach your big dream?
Not really.
All right. Well, it's a couple points each.
Yep.
It's enough for Trace to raise something if she chose to.
Gotta decide on what it's gonna be.
You don't
Okay,
have to decide right now. You can decide before next session, and then you can have whatever that gain is before you guys head out.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I've got to wrap up quick here this week, guys. So I will talk to y'all soon. Okay.
All right. See you
Nice.
later, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Later, like.
If you all marked if you're attending next time.